Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. Welcome to the divisional playoff matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints live from the Superdome. And these are two teams coming in on very different tracks. The Cardinals, a surprise of the league early on, they opened up 4-0. It has been up and down since then. They made it by virtue, despite losing in the final week to the 49ers, of the Rams falling to the Seahawks. So the Cardinals backed in a bit here. They fell to the Niners without scoring an offensive point in that game. So the had to run the gauntlet in their division over the final 3 weeks to take the division crown. Can the Cardinals, can Bruce Arians' squad right the ship in time to salvage what started out as such a promising season? We will find out. Saints receive, taken out across the 20, out to the 22. And that is where Drew Brees and the Saints will get things rolling here. Saints come armed with a pair of talented running backs. George Rogers and Mark Ingram have been excellent. That has helped Brees open up the passing game. The Cardinals, though, have Jameer Miller back. Miller missed the final 6 weeks of the season. And now he joins E.J. Jr. in the middle and Cornelius Bennett, acquired at the trade deadline from the Bills. I'm sorry, Miller was out for 8 weeks, so the Bennett trade was made in response to that. Brees pressured, and the Cardinals get to him right away. Down goes Brees back at the 13, and it'll be 3rd and 19. Mike Dawson comes up the middle for the sack. He gets a little bit of help there from Bertrand Berry. He's going to have to share some credit on that sack in the official scoring.
Let's go, man.
3rd and 19 for New Orleans. And that Bennett strong. Brees, pressure comes there, and the Saints offensive line struggling early. Brees got rid of that quickly, tried to dump it off to Abramowitz, got nothing. Ball's incomplete, and the Saints open up, going 3 and out. Thomas Morstead will punt from the edge of his own end zone. Booming kick from Morstead. That's a terrific punt brought there by Peterson out near the 40, and that's where Jim Hart and the Cardinals will take over. Hart, among league leaders in touchdowns, but also among the leaders in interceptions. Again, ignore that. That's just the player I overwrote to create Jim Hart. Those stats are irrelevant. Hart, particularly in the second half of the season, started throwing too many interceptions. Play action here. He will drop. He throws deep over the middle right away. Down near the Saints' 30-yard line, complete to Ricky Prohl. Bruce Arians' offense will go down the field. Defenses have ruled in the first 3 divisional playoff games. Things open up a bit more in the Falcons-Eagles game, particularly the 2 AFC games. And the winner of this matchup gets the Eagles in the NFC Championship game next week. Hart in the gun. Stands in, looks, left-hand side, near the sideline, broken up. Incomplete. Dave Waymer in coverage there. Hart looking for Prohl again. It'll be 2nd and 10. Play action again. Hart, pass there off the mark, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10. Still in the gun. Rookie Ottis Anderson at his side. Hands in, looks, slant, complete. First down, down inside the 15, down inside the 10 to the 9. That's Ernie Jones with the catch. Not Ernie Jones, I apologize. That was Jones, that was Smith. I got their numbers mixed up. J.T. Smith. They also have Jackie Smith. Jackie Smith, of course, the tight end. So first and goal for the Cardinals from the Saints' 9-yard line. First and goal, sticking to the air. Hart fires, complete. That's Jackie Smith. Makes the grab down to the 2, pickup of 7. It'll be second and goal. High formation behind Hart. 2 tight ends set in here. Handoff. It's Larry Centers. Centers looks for an opening. Nothing for him. Saints swarm. Loss of a yard. It'll be third and goal from the 3. Now big third down here. Saints will look to come up with the stand. Empty backfield next to Hart. Stands in, looks, right-hand side, corner of the end zone, touchdown. Larry Centers, who usually makes the catches out of the backfield as a fullback. They moved him out wide. Centers finds the corner, and Hart finds Centers. Touchdown Cardinals on the opening drive. That's going to be a catch. So Hart finds Centers, and the Cardinals strike first. Extra point is up and good. 7 plays, 58 yards, and 249 for the Cardinals. And it's 7-0 Arizona. Good start for the Cardinals, especially after the offense was blanked against the 49ers in the season finale. Wanted to come out here and wake the offense up a bit, and they do that. Kickoff here, 10:41 remaining in the first quarter. Appreciate you tuning in. Out across the 20 to the 22, and that's where the Saints will start off their second drive. They went 3 and out on the opening. Loaded line. Hand off Rodgers. Rodgers slips through out across the 25 out to the 28. Pickup of 6 for George Rodgers. It'll be second and 4. In the gun. Stands in, looks, near side, complete. That's Colby Brenner, and Brenner goes down. A bit awkwardly there, gets the first down, but he's going to check out of this game for a little bit. Remember, Henry Childs injured as well for the Saints. Their other main tight end. First and 10 from the 45. Changes things at the line. Stands in the pocket. Looks, good protection. Fires, complete. First down, down inside the 25, down inside the 20. Big connection there. Brees to Smith. Down to the 20, first down, New Orleans, and they're on the move, looking to answer the punch in the mouth from the Cardinals. Brees in the gun again. Pressure, and down he goes. That's the second sack for the Cardinals. Eric Swan gets to him for the sack. Down goes Brees, loss of 10. Second sack for the Cardinals. Austin comes in to help there. Bertrand Berry tries to steal another half sack at the end, but he won't get credit on that one. Now it's a 2nd and 20. Brees, short pass. The ground forced that fumble, though. Patrick Peterson falls on it. That's Keenan Allen, who was acquired at the deadline from the Chargers. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be the ground force that fumble. That's going to get overturned. Cardinals taking the field, but got to think everybody is aware that this is going to get overturned, and there it is going to the booth.
The previous play is under review.
That is very clearly in Allen's hands when he hits the ground. So, the fumble is overturned. Saints 3rd and 12 from the 22. Brees drops. He had 4 receivers to the high side. Rolls right. Brees has to get rid of this one. He's going to throw it away. Good coverage by the Cardinals there. So, that will bring up Rich Scarro for the 39-yard field goal attempt. It is up, and it is good. So the Saints are on the board. Scarro puts it through. And they answer the Cardinals' touchdown with 3 of their own. 7-3 Arizona, 7:56 left here in the first. Peterson waits in the end zone to receive the kickoff. Saints, one definitely points on that drive. Obviously, they would have liked the touchdown, but to at least get a field goal on that keeps the Cardinals from running away with some momentum here. Jim Hart and company will get back out here, 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. Handoff. There's Anderson. His first carry of the game picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. The shotgun. Hart stands in, looks left-hand side, complete. That's Kroll. Reels it in. Second catch of the game for Kroll. It'll be 3rd and 4. Atkins on the stop for New Orleans. Hart in the gun. Stands in. Looks pressure from the weak side. Hart hit as he throws, and that one's going to get thrown away. Hart hates the turf for the first time in this one. Pressure from the weak side. That was Pat Swilling coming around the end. And Scott Player will come on to punt it away for Arizona. Reggie Bush calls for the fair catch. Back at the 25, and that's where the Saints will take over. He stands in, looks, complete. That's Abramowitz out close to the marker. He'll be stopped just short. It'll be 2nd and inches from the 34. Tight set here for Sean Payton's offense. Brees looks. Quick out. There's Keenan Allen. First down. Out to the 39. Nice job by the Cardinals coach there, helping up Allen along the sideline. Allen and Brees have built a good rapport here since the trade at the deadline that brought Keenan Allen to New Orleans. Dropping back. Brees. Look. Short pass complete. Pick up of 4. DeVary Henderson. His first catch of the game. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tyrann Mathieu with the stop for the Cardinals. He's in the gun here. 4 wide set. Handoff. Draw off the middle. That's Ingram. His first carry of the game. He picks up 2. Jameer Miller. And fresh back after missing 8 weeks with the injury. Round out this Cardinals linebacking core. 3rd and 4, empty backfield for New Orleans. Brees looks. Pass near side, near the sideline, incomplete. Brees fires, misses the mark, and the Saints will have to punt.
Let's go, man.
Morstead will come on, try to bang one deep, pin the Cardinals deep in their own end. Peterson back, calls a fair catch. This will sail over his head and into the end zone. Morstead didn't even try to angle that one to the sideline. A bit surprising there. Got way too much distance. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Cardinals. Hart fires, misses the mark, incomplete. Hart 5 of 9 for 64 yards and a touchdown so far. AFC side of the ledger. Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts have a date in the AFC Championship game next week. They're exciting games there. Close games, exciting late. Pass there, incomplete. Defensive struggles in both cases. Marshawn Lattimore puts on the hit. Ball can't be held on to. It's 3rd and 10. And on the NFC side, as you saw earlier tonight, Philadelphia Eagles, the number 1 seed, the only 10-win team in the NFC. Await the winner of this one in the NFC Championship game next week. Hart throws and almost picked off. Oh, Jim Hart almost got picked off by Lattimore there, intended for Floyd. It's incomplete. And the Cardinals will have to punt. At that point, they will take the punt over the interception. Of course, we saw 2 pick sixes in that Chiefs-Colts game. That may very well have been one had Lattimore been able to hold on. 1st and 10. Saints will start from their 29. 3:15 left in the first quarter here. NFC Divisional playoff. Handoff Rodgers. Rodgers has a hole out across the 40 to the 41. Good run by George Rodgers. Gets into it a bit at the end of that play. Pointing at the scoreboard in the first quarter is a little bit of a dumb move. The Cardinals defender there. Brees in the gun. Stands in. Looks over the middle. Complete. Near midfield. Won't have the first down yardage. That's Rodgers out of the backfield. It'll be 2nd and inches. Washington on the tackle. Handoff Ingram. Tries to get to the outside, shakes off a tackler. He gets popped after that, but he will get the first down. EJ Jr. finally brings him down. Ingram kept those feet churning after the first hit. 1st and 10 from the 47. Play action. Brees looking deep. Left-hand side. Tip and incomplete. Intended for DeVary Henderson, but Patrick Peterson right there with him. It'll be 2nd and 10. Cardinals, certainly a very good rookie class this year. Aeneas Williams at the one corner, and Ottis Anderson as a running back, both among the tops at their positions here in year 2. And off Rodgers. Rodgers off tackle. Inside the 45 to the 43. It'll be 3rd and 6. Tyron Matthews comes up for the stop. Stands in. Pass off the mark. Intended for Henderson. Incomplete. And Wilson in coverage with him. Larry Wilson. So that'll bring up 4th and 6, and the punting unit will come on again. Here's Morstead. So the Saints would look like it was a nice drive there. Fizzles out. Morstead angles this one towards the sideline, and it goes out but past the pylon. Side judge says that's going to be a touchback, and the Cardinals will start from their 20. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Handoff. Anderson gets hammered right up the middle. Anderson is stuffed at the line. It'll be 2nd and 10. That should be the final play of this first quarter. So teams will flip sides. 7-3. Arizona with the lead. Larry centers a touchdown reception earlier on. Cesaro hit a field goal, and that got us to this point. Hart drops back, looks right-hand side, complete. That's Jackie Smith, and Smith has some room. Across midfield into New Orleans territory to the 44. 26 on the pickup for Jackie Smith. Big gainer there. Harrison Smith misses the tackle. Smith acquired at the trade deadline. Saints, one of the more active teams in the league at the deadline. Picking up Harrison Smith there from the Vikings, and Keenan Allen, as we mentioned earlier, from the Chargers. Empty backfield here for Bruce Arians. Hart throws over the middle, complete. Big hit. Ernie Jones, his first reception. Dirt Winston. One of the great names. Dirt Winston stops him. 2nd and 6 from the 40. Hart looks near side, incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6 here. Hart stands in. Pass incomplete. Intended for Prohl. Waymer right there with him, and that'll bring up a 4th and 6, and it looks like Scott Player will come on to punt. There's no way JT is coming out. Oh, and they're in that in-between range. The Cardinals are going to go for it here. Little too far for a field goal, too close to punt it. They figure they may as well go for it. Pass complete, and they convert on the 4th and 6. Hart finds Ricky Prohl down to the 32. Gutsy call from Bruce Arians, and it pays off. Cardinals keep possession, 1st and 10, down to the New Orleans 32. Hart stands in, looks deep, right-hand side, end zone, touchdown! Ernie Jones, a leaping grab near the sideline. I'm pretty sure his feet were in. Hart throws a beauty. Let's see. Yep, that's going to be a catch. That's a touchdown. Hart to Ernie Jones. And the Cardinals have a 13-3 lead. Arians has essentially completely abandoned the run here. Again, he's pass heavy, but it has been an extreme to this point. 7 plays, 80 yards. And Arizona with the 14-3 lead. Arians likes to go down the field. Now New Orleans has to do something here to try to stem the tide a little bit. Kickoff return out across the 20 to the 26. That's where the Saints will take over. 12:47 still left in this second quarter. Brees drops, stands in. Pass, near side, incomplete. This is the mark. It's 2nd and 10. Early to be taunting if you're the Cardinals. Second and 10. Brees in the gun. Stands in, looks, swings it high side. Rodgers out of the backfield, but he's brought down. Pick up of a yard, and that's it. Second catch for Rodgers. Wilson on the stop. Third and 9. Brees. Looking downfield. Pass there, and he had Allen, and he missed him. Incomplete. And the Saints will have to punt again. Brees yet to find his rhythm. And now the Cardinals with an opportunity to really take a firm hold if they can get something out of this drive. Morstead's punt is a good one. Peterson calls for the fair catch back at his 22, and the Cardinals get to work. 14-3 Arizona. Hart drops back, look, pass complete. Kroll brought down by Winston, pick up of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Handoff. Anderson, first down out across the 35. Only the 3rd touch for Ottis Anderson. But he's out to the 38. Chains move again. Pickup of 11 there for O.J. Anderson. Another O.J. O.J. Simpson. Huge in the Bills win. Over the Bengals. Pass here from Hart. Complete. Up of 8 to the 47. Ernie Jones just had that touchdown reception on the last drive with the grab there. Vaughn Johnson brings him down. It's 2nd and 2. Saints showing blitz here. Handoff. Anderson, first down. Into Saints territory. And Onyemata introducing themselves to each other at the end of that play. Play action. Hart has it. Over the middle, incomplete. Harrison Smith in coverage there at 2nd and 10. Back, looks, near side, complete. There's Kroll down inside the 30 to the 28. 176 yards passing already for Jim Hart. Saints having a devil of a time containing this passing attack from Bruce Arians' Cardinals. If you're the Saints, you cannot let up more than a field goal here. I know there's plenty of game left, but you cannot go down 18. Hart stands in. Pass again. That one jarred loose. Jackie Smith had it in his hands and then took a hit and couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10. Stands in, looks, over the middle, complete. Downside the 10, inside the 5, touchdown! Touchdown, Arizona! J.T. Smith, a quick little slant over the middle. He finds a seam. And the Cardinals turning this into a rout early. Feely with the extra point, 8:23 left in the first half. It is all Arizona. 21-3. 8 plays, 77 yards in 3.5 minutes. And the Saints have to do something. Much was made about the Cardinals' struggles down the stretch. The Cardinals backing into the postseason. Right now, the Cardinals quieting the naysayers. Kick off here, taken at the 7. Out across the 20, out across the 25. Open up at the 27. 8:19 left in the first half. And they need that man, Drew Brees, to get on target. And off up the middle. Rodgers is stuffed. At the line, takes a shot from Washington. No gain, 2nd and 10. Four wide for Brees here. Pressure comes, blitz comes, Brees hit as he throws, he connects. That's Henderson, makes the grab. He'll be just shy of the marker. Brees took a shot. Got rid of that one quickly. 3rd and inches from the 37. Handoff. First down, out across the 40. That's Ingram out to the 43. 3 carries, 9 yards so far from Mark Ingram. Matthew on the stop for the Cardinals. Handoff. Rodgers is stuffed. Oh boy. Cornelius Bennett blows through and obliterates George Rodgers in the backfield. Loss of 3. Again, Bennett acquired from the Bills at the trade deadline. The Cardinals were looking to replace Jameer Miller, who they feared was going to be out for the season. He missed the rest of the regular season, but he is good to go and back in the lineup today. Penalty there on the Saints. Lost them another 5. It's 2nd and 18. Hand off Rodgers. Tried to get a chunk of it there. No such luck. Cardinals all over that one. 3rd and 19 coming up. 3 wide on the low side. Brees stands in here, looks, still looking, and he's going to throw this one away. The Cardinals secondary, I'll tell you, Aeneas Williams and Patrick Peterson leading that Cardinals secondary. They have done a terrific job. Brees has not had much for most of this game. Morstead will come on to punt again, and the Saints are reeling right now. Punt is taken. Peterson takes it deep and retreating in his own end. Again, the Cardinals kind of feeling it right now, that they can do no wrong. Peterson brings it out to the 25. Play action, still throwing. Hart stands in, dumps it. Jackie Smith out across the 30 to the 33. Hart, 14 of 24 for 212. The Cardinals have had the ball seemingly this entire first half. Bruce Arians' offense is committed to the air attack. Why wouldn't you be? Up 21-3. Play action again. Hart throws again, incomplete, intended for Smith. 3rd and 2, 4:11 left in the half.
And 2 yards to go.
3rd and 2 from the 33. Handoff up the middle. Anderson close to the marker. They're going to say that he's short. Oh, that's a big one there. Saints get the stop. Good job holding on there. I believe that was Joe Johnson who brings them down 4th and inches. No reason to go for it in your own territory, up 18. Scott Player will come on to punt for the Cardinals. Fair catch taken by Reggie Bush back at the 16. 3:29 left in the first half. It has been all Cardinals to this point. Handoff Rodgers. Tries to cut it back, and the Cardinals have done a terrific job containing the Saints' rush attack. DJ Jr. with the stop there. Pick up of a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff again, Rodgers, and again Rodgers is stuck. Darrell Washington with the hit. 3rd and 11. New Orleans trying to get that run game going. Again, Brees, of course, terrific, and Brees has had a fine season, but the running game has set up so much of that, and right now the Saints just can't get the ground game going. Man in motion. Brees. Pass. Complete. That's going to be a first down. That's to Barry Henderson. Brees now 10 of 18 out to the 30. That'll get us down to the 2-minute warning. 21-3 Cardinals. Saints trying to get some points before the half. Stop the feeling like this game is getting away from them. Pressure up the middle. Brees. No blocking there, and Eric Swan brings him down. 3rd sack for the Cardinals. Brees dragged down back at the 19, and that'll squash, at least temporarily, any positive momentum the Saints were feeling. Second and 21. Brees. Pass. Broken up. Tyrann Mathieu with the hit. Can't be held on to. It's 3rd and 21. They're going to play it safe rather than try to force the issue. Make the Cardinals burn a timeout there. They give it to Rodgers, and the Saints are just going to try to get to the half here and regroup. Morstead will come on to punt. Cardinals do still have 2 timeouts. Morstead has been kicking well. Look for him to load up on one here. Peterson taken back to his 22. He's going to try to return it out across the 30, out to the 33. 11 on the return for Peterson. So a minute 11 left in the half. 21-3 Cardinals. They start from their 33. They have 2 timeouts in their pocket. Hart, pass over the middle, incomplete. Pass there makes clear the Cardinals are going to try to get down the field and get some more points here. Again, Bruce Arians' offense. Again, this is a pass-heavy offense, but they have taken that to the extreme so far in this one. It just paid off. Second and 10. Hart throws. Right-hand side, complete. Smith with the reception out to the 41, his 4th catch. Out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:02. Third and 2. Hart looks, pass broken up. Big hit there from Sammy Knight. Breaks that one up, and the Cardinals will have to punt. 4th and 2 from their 41. So good job by the Saints defense. Again, the Saints have 3 timeouts. So they might get another crack at trying to get some points here. Scott Players punt. Reggie Bush back to return. Calls for the fair catch. They'll start from their 12. With 52 seconds left. Still inclined to think the Saints are going to err on the side of caution, given how deep they are in their end. Carry the ball, let the clock run out on this half. But they start to throw. Out of the backfield, that's a completion for no gain. And yet they stop the clock. Irv Smith with the catch. Second and 10 from the 12. Brees looks over the middle, complete. Henderson out across the 35 to the 37. Now, Rich Zorro does not have a great leg. Something to also keep in mind here, if the Saints are looking to get into field goal range, they're still going to need a decent chunk. Need probably 35 yards. Think about the no huddle here, but Brees doesn't like what he sees, and they are going to take the timeout. 21-3 Cardinals, 26 seconds left in the first half. He's in the gun. They give it to Rodgers. They try to kind of catch the Cardinals napping. Doesn't work. Jameer Miller on the stop. And the Saints burn their last timeout. A little bit of an inconsistent approach here on this drive from New Orleans. The little tight end out route to Irv Smith before, the run there from Rodgers. But still acting like they're trying to get this down, push this down the field a bit. Throw there from Brees. Well off the mark, incomplete. It's 3rd and 9. Right now, this is a Saints squad that looks very disoriented. He stands in, looks, pass, had a receiver wide open, misses the mark. Cardinals were basically just protecting against the deep ball. They were giving them the underneath, and Brees is off the mark anyway. 4th and 9, 15 seconds left. Morstead will come on to punt again. We have said that throughout this first half. Big punt here that will bound through the end zone. Cardinals will open up. 8 seconds left from their own 20. No victory formation here, but they will give a handoff, and off to the races. Anderson gets to the outside into Saints territory, and now the Cardinals burn a timeout with 1 second left in the half. Anderson gets outside, gets a great seal-off block from Jones, and now they're going to have a shot at a Hail Mary for the end zone. No, they're going to let Feely try a 62-yard kick. It is up, and that is no good. Feely's got a good leg, but that's a lot. Asking for 62 from there, but you may as well take the crack. I probably would have gone for the Hail Mary there instead. Regardless, we go into the tunnel at the half, and it is all Cardinals. 21-3, Arizona. That catch there by Ernie Jones, that was a big one. That made it 14-3. Jim Hart feeling good on the Cardinals sideline. Can the Saints do something early here in this half? Try to throw themselves back into this game. Drew Brees has not been on target to this point. They're going to need him to. Nobody knows that more than Brees himself. Cardinals will get the ball to start the second half. Peterson awaits the kickoff as we get underway. Taken from the 3. Out across the 20. Jukes one defender, but is brought down at the 21. Anderson, 6 carries, 54 yards, most of them coming on that last carry he had in the first half. The Saints were kind of looking for them to run it into the line there and take the clock, and instead Anderson brought it outside. 1st and 10, play action. Arians' squad still throwing to open up the second half. Pass there complete. Ricky Prohl just takes a shot. It's actually going to be spotted across the 40, even though he lands behind the 40. 1st and 10. Cardinals. Handoff. Anderson. Sorry, that's centers. Picks up a couple. Second carry of the game for centers. Waymer comes up for the stop. It's 2nd and 8. It is very quiet here in the Superdome. Empty backfield. Hart looks. Near side, near the sideline, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 from the 43. Saints have not gotten to Hart yet. Cardinals have sacked Brees 3 times. Hart stands in. Pass complete. Jackie Smith. 1st down, Cardinals. Down to the New Orleans 41. Smith gets open over the middle. And Jim Hart, plagued by interception issues over the second half of the season. He's played a clean one here so far. 1st and 10. Handoff. Nothing doing there. Anderson picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Hart, pass, complete. First down to the 29. Complete to Jones. Fourth catch of the game for Ernie Jones. Arians just seeing no reason to go away from the pass attack. I think if they get a touchdown on this drive, you'll see that change. Thrown it 3/4 of the time to this point. Hart stands in. Pass there, misses the mark. There is a flag on the play, though.
Pass interference.
And it's a pass interference call. Marshawn Lattimore gets flagged. So that's a 7 yards, but the automatic first down, 1st and 10 from the 22. Things going from bad to worse for the Saints here. A little awkward pitch wide, but it works. Anderson down inside the 10, down to the 5. Ottis Anderson, 72 yards on the ground. 1st and goal for the Cardinals. Seems like Arizona can do no wrong. 1st and goal. Handoff up the middle. Johnny Rowland gets his first carry of the game. Kicks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Handoff. Ottis with the carry. His first carry of the game gets nothing. Swilling in there on the stop. 3rd and goal from the 5. Saints looking for a goal line stand, just for something. Anything to give them a positive feeling about themselves and how this game is going. 3rd and goal. Hart stands in, looks back of the end zone, incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th and goal. Probably going to kick a field goal here. They could go for it and just try to pin the Saints deep even if they don't get it. They are going to take the field goal, though. 22 yards, should be a chip shot for Jay Field. It is up, and it is good. So the Cardinals extend their lead here. Opening drive of the 2nd half. It is 24-3. Arizona, 9:25 left in the 3rd. So now we'll see what the Saints can do. Opening drive of the 2nd half. If it's overstating it, it's not by much. Say the Saints need this drive. Even if it just yields a field goal, it needs to yield something. Saints have to feel like they can get something going. First and 10 from the 27. Handoff Rodgers. Cuts it back. Good run here out across the 30. Rodgers picks up 7. 12 carries, 33 yards for George Rodgers.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
3 receivers to the high side. Brees, pass there, complete. 1st down. That's Ingram out of the backfield, out to the 43. Pick up of 10, chains will move.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hand off Rodgers. Off tackle, stop, picks up 3. EJ Jr. comes up for the stop. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Using the shotgun 4 wide for Sean Payton and the Saints. Intended for Keenan Allen. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. Williams and Peterson, a pair of excellent corners, although the Cardinals' pass defense did give up a good amount of yardage anyways. 3rd and 7. Brees stands in, looking for somebody. Pressure coming from the weak side. Brees rolls right and throws, misses the mark. Pressure comes again. Great coverage downfield by the Cardinals. Brees has nothing. Felt the pressure coming from the backside from Jameer Miller. Throws it away, and Morstead will have to punt. Started with promise. Again, a fruitless drive for the Saints. Morstead doesn't get as much as he wanted on that punt. Out of bounds at the 24. Cardinals will take that field. 72 yards on the ground for Ottis Anderson. Hasn't carried it much, but has been very effective when he has. He gets this one. Saints all over that. Pick up of a yard. 2nd and 9. Geno Atkins on the tackle for the Saints. That's going to be a false start on the Cardinals.
False start.
Somebody moved there. It's like DeMarco. Maybe the guy who was whistling. 2nd and 14. Hart looks. Drag route underneath. Incomplete. 3rd and 14, intended for Ricky Kroll. Hart looks. Deep ball. Down the right-hand side. Going for it all. Tipped away by Harrison Smith. So they take the deep shot intended for Floyd. Smith stays with him in lockstep and tips it away. And the Cardinals will have to punt. Here's Scott Player. Bush takes it at the 29. Great coverage. He gets nothing on that return. They'll actually give him a couple yards on the forward progress before the hit. Good coverage there by the Cardinals. 6:27 left in the third. 24-3 Arizona. You've had 3 exciting games in the divisional playoff. This one yet to measure up in that regard. Brees over the middle, incomplete. 13 of 27 so far for Drew Brees. He has just not been able to find his rhythm here. In the gun, 4 wide receivers. Stands, looks. Brees hit as he throws. That one floats out into nothingness. Brees gets planted. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Couldn't see who got the shot on him. Third and 10. Brees looks. Pass complete. 1st down. That's the Barry Henderson out across the 40 to the 43. 5th catch of the game for Henderson. Peterson on the stop. But a big 3rd down conversion there for New Orleans.
Get something together.
He's in the gun. There's movement. Think that's going to be on New Orleans, and it is. So after the 1st down, they give back 5 yards. Nick's called for the false start. It's 1st and 15. Handoff. Rodgers, nothing doing. Picks up 2, and that's it. Mike Dawson on the stop for Arizona. Second and 13 coming up. And that's another one. I think that's another false start. Oh, boy. Mistakes you cannot make. That's Willie Rofe. You expect better than that out of Willie Rofe. 2 false starts in 3 plays for the Saints. Brees stands in, dumps it off underneath. That's Hobie Brenner. Brenner, remember, left with an injury early on. Chat of that. 3rd and 16. Brees looking for something to open up. Fires right side near the sideline. Complete. That's Henderson. Henderson gets free. DeVary Henderson was Brees' biggest threat down the field a year ago. He's kind of been replaced by Keenan Allen since the trade at the deadline this year. But Henderson gets open along the sideline there. Brees hits him. Biggest connection of the game for New Orleans. 1st and 10 from the Cardinals' 32. He drops, looks, over the middle, complete. Down inside the 15. That's Irv Smith, who reels it in. 3rd catch of the game for Smith, down to the 14. Gets a step on E.J. Jr. and Brees hits him. And again. And it's another false start. And that's Rofe again. Oh, boy. You are Willie Rofe. You are the anchor of this offensive line. You can't be doing that. Not twice on the same drive. Brees looks, swings it out right-hand side. Brenner down to the 12. Gets the 5 back from the penalty and another couple. Pickup of 7. 2nd and 8. Brees has Ingram to his left. Stands, looks, complete. Ingram out of the backfield. Pick up a 4 down to the 8. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. 2nd catch of the game for Ingram. Washington on the stop. Disappointing for New Orleans to come out of this with only 3 points. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 4. Brees looks. It's Henderson again near the marker. I think he got it, and he did. DeVary Henderson, 7 catches. That puts him over the 100-yard mark in this one. Aeneas Williams wrestles him down, but not before he gets past the marker. 1st and goal, and now the Saints will presumably have 4 cracks from 3 yards out. High formation, tight set, pair of tight ends in here for New Orleans. Handoff up the middle. That's McAllister, and he gets hammered. E.J. Jr. stuffs him. Loss of 1. 2nd and goal from the 4. Handoff, Rodgers. Gets a couple down to the 2. 3rd and goal. Coleman on the stop for Arizona. Coleman filled in pretty admirably when Jameer Miller was out with his injury. Junior Miller, tight end for the Falcons. 3rd and goal, and they're going to let the clock run out on this 3rd quarter. So we will open up quarter number 4 with a huge play. 3rd and goal, New Orleans from the Arizona 2-yard line. Cardinals lead it 24-3. touchdown here gets the Saints back into this game. Brees is in the gun. Henderson in motion. Slides close. They're going to throw it. Brees looks. Pass into the end zone. Jarred loose. Big hit from Peterson. Henderson can't hold on, and it's 4th and goal from the 2. Big play, Patrick Peterson. And the Saints are going to go for it. 3 doesn't buy them much here. They go handoff. Ingram, touchdown, Mark Ingram. And a sign of life in New Orleans. 4th and goal from the 2. They set up in the shotgun, but they go Ingram up the middle, who rushes it in from 2 yards out. Gets a good block there. The Cardinals defensive line had kind of gone to the outside path. And Ingram comes up the middle, makes his way into the end zone for the score. 24-9, pending the extra point here from Rizzaro. It is up and good. 24-10 in New Orleans. 14 plays, 84 yards in 6:32. Despite the Saints trying to shoot themselves in the foot with 3 false start penalties on that drive, they put it into the end zone. So now it gets turned over to the Saints defense. Can you come up with a big stop here? You're only 5 seconds into the 4th quarter. There's plenty of time. Off taken. Peterson at the 3. Out across the 20 to the 22. Handoff. Anderson. Pick up of 3 out to the 26. There's Winston on the stop for New Orleans. I wonder now if Arians is going to try to grind this out on the ground and just play a clock game. Try to run time out on this. Been super pass heavy, as we have discussed in this game. More so than Arians' offense usually is. Anderson again to the 30. Fights his way to the marker and gets the first down. Good job from Ottis Anderson. Moves the chains, 1st and 10 from the 33. You see 15 rushes, 35 passes. And off Anderson again. First down out across the 45. Ottis Anderson hits the 100-yard mark. Again, he had that big run at the end of the first half. But Anderson's got relatively fresh legs here. It looks like perhaps Arians is now going to lean on his standout rookie running back to try to chew up some clock. 1st and 10. Hart back to throw here. Swings a short one. That's Smith down inside the 45 to the 44. Pickup of 7. 3rd catch of the game for J.T. Smith. Handoff. That's Larry Centers, who gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 3. Vaughn Johnson on the stop. So a big 3rd down here if you're this Saints defense. Hard in the gun. Stands, looks, middle complete. Ricky Prohl is wide open, and the Cardinals convert on 3rd down. Hart now 20 of 37 for 288. 1st and 10 from the 29. Handoff there, nothing doing. Loss of 3. Johnson all over that one. It'll be 2nd and 13. Hart looks, swings it, complete. Jackie Smith makes the catch down inside the 25 to the 24. 3rd and 5, 6th catch of the game for Smith. Get us down inside the 10-minute mark left in the game. Crowd here at the Superdome coming alive here, trying to will this defense to a stop. Handoff. Anderson near the marker, but stopped short. They mark him short at the 19. 4th and inches. Half the Saints defense comes to pile on there and keep Anderson from getting to that line. So now we'll see, what do the Cardinals do here? They're going to go for it here. They're going to try to drive a stake through the heart of the Saints here on this drive. 4th and inches. Handoff. 1st down and more. Down inside the 10. That's Johnny Rowland. Down to the 9. 10-yard pickup. 1st and goal, Arizona. So at a minimum, that's going to chew up another minute and a half of clock. 1st and goal. Hart goes to throw, and the Saints get their first sack of the game. Vaughn Johnson knifes his way through, brings Hart down back at the 16. Little bit of a surprising call there, actually. Well, I guess the Cardinals passing really shouldn't surprise us, but at this point, they're playing such ball control, trying to run the clock out. Does surprise me a little bit. 2nd and goal from the 16. Pitch to Anderson. That play worked nicely before, not that time. At Swilling into the backfield for the stop. 3rd and goal. One thing that the sack did, even though it didn't produce anything yardage-wise, it did keep the clock rolling for Arizona. Hart stands in, pass, end zone, touchdown Cardinal. J.T. Smith. And just when it seemed the Saints may be able to get out of this with a stop, Smith into the end zone, and that might turn the lights out here in New Orleans. Smith gets inside his man. Hart hits him for the score. 4th touchdown pass for Jim Hart. And pending the extra point here, we'll wait and see. Feel he puts this through. And he does. 31-10 Cardinals, 13 plays, 76 yards in 7:41. Everything the opposite of what the Saints defense had to do on that drive. Saints had gotten into the end zone. They'd made it a 2-score game with almost a full quarter remaining. But they give up a big 3rd down conversion. They give up a big 4th down conversion. And then they give up the touchdown. 31-10 with 7:10 left. And now the Saints are just going to have to let it all hang out. And hope for a miracle here in New Orleans. 7:06 remaining. They'll start from their 22. Brees stands. Pass complete. Ingram out of the backfield. Out to the 30. Brees now 21 of 37. Cardinals will give the Saints that underneath stuff for the rest of this game. Hurry up offense. Brees stands in, looks, another short one. That one misses the mark. Incomplete. 3rd and 2. Cardinals sacked Brees 3 times in the first half. They haven't gotten to him in the second half, but it hasn't mattered. Saints have 1 sack of Jim Hart. Brees fires. That's Danny Abramowitz, makes the catch for the first down. Again, some histrionics at the end of that play between Abramowitz and Wilson. Brees swings it. Complete. George Rogers. Out to the 40, but again, 3 yards out of the backfield. Not really going to do what you need it to if you're the Saints here, down 21. That's going to be another false start, I think. 4 false start penalties in this second half for the Saints. It almost killed the touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. Right guard, I'm not sure who that is. 2nd and 12. Brees looks, right hand side, incomplete. Aeneas Williams in the coverage, and Williams walks right into the Saints sideline. Lets them know how he feels about the Cardinals getting it done here in the Bayou. 5:02 remaining. 3rd and 12 New Orleans. 31-10 Cardinals. Brees fires over the middle, complete. That's Keenan Allen down inside the Cardinals 40, down to the 37. 3rd catch of the game for Allen. Four wide, that'll be the way it goes pretty much the rest of the way here for the Saints. Brees, look, tries to swing it wide. Again, there's nothing doing on that play. It doesn't even get out of bounds, so the clock keeps rolling too. Pass for negative yardage, down 21. Don't think that is what the playbook calls for. Blitz comes and Brees has nowhere to go. Down he goes, E.J. Jr. with the sack. 4th sack of the game for the Cardinals. The first one here in the second half. But it's a big one. Brings Brees back near midfield. They'll go forward progress from the 47, but even so, 3rd and 20. Pressure comes from the other side. And down Brees goes again. That's Darrell Washington. Back-to-back sacks for the Cardinals. You had to figure they could pin their ears back defensively with the big lead. And now, 4th and 33, game on the line. That's probably an overstatement at this point. This one's pretty much decided. Brees down the right side, complete. Shakes free, Henderson, and Henderson's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Still think it's done, but the crowd here in New Orleans, miracle. Brees to Henderson. I believe that was Aeneas Williams with him. Went for the big hit. That was that Saints-Vikings playoff game. That was years ago now. The guy, all he had to do was wrap him up, and he went for the big hit instead and missed it. The guy went into the end zone. They lost that game. So now, got to figure an onside kick here. 31-17, 2:45 remaining. Hands team out for the Cardinals. Peterson is deep. I can't believe Peterson's going to get a chance to touch this one. Onside kick. Takes a hop. Cardinals have it, though. That's Ricky Prohl who grabs it. So, not done yet, but still an awful long, unpaved road ahead of the Saints. They trail at 31-17. Cardinals have the ball. 2:44 remaining. Handoff, Larry centers up the middle. Centers fights his way through down inside the 40, down to the 37. Pickup of 8 for Larry Centers. That should take us down to the 2-minute warning. If I'm the Saints, I use a timeout there. And they actually call the play right before the 2-minute mark. Handoff trying to catch the Saints napping perhaps. Anderson with the carry, stopped at the 37. 2-minute warning with 1:57 left. It's 3rd and 1. First down here would pretty much put a stop to this one. Handoff up the middle. Anderson, stop. And the Saints used the first of their 3 timeouts. Loss of a yard. Vaughn Johnson on the stop. 4th and 2 from the 38. Rich Cesaro does not really have a... I'm sorry, never mind. Rich Cesaro's not the kicker here. Jay Feely is the kicker. But I still don't think from 55 there's any reason for you to try the field goal here. And the Cardinals are just going to go for it. I probably would have punted it to try to pin them deep. But they're going to go to put the clamp on this one, and they get it. Anderson gets the first down. The Saints will burn their 2nd timeout. The Cardinals needed 1. They got 2. And that is going to all but wrap this one up in New Orleans. Handoff. Anderson brought down. Saints will burn the last timeout. Minute 47 left on the clock, but that's the last time New Orleans can stop it. So the Cardinals will have a date with the Eagles. Birds of a feather flocking together in the NFC Championship game. Anderson down to the 26, 113 yards rushing for Ottis Anderson. Harrison Smith on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 1. Handoff. Anderson again. Fights for the first down. Down to the 23. Chains will move. You should just see the victory formation from here. So Drew Brees couldn't really find his rhythm in the first half. The Cardinals did a terrific job. They also bottled up the rushing duo of George Rogers and Mark Ingram, who were so good all season. Cardinals defense comes up big in this one. Jim Hart, who was plagued by the interceptions down the stretch of the season, played a clean game here. He throws 4 touchdown passes. Cardinals attack the Saints through the air, and it pays off. 31-17. And Arizona, the surprising season rolls on to the NFC Championship game. Eagles are going to be a tough test for them, for sure. But remember, the Eagles just took down the Falcons, but the Eagles did not play great in the first half of that game. That offense was struggling. They were getting pressure. The Falcons got pressure on Jalen Hurts in the first half of that game. The Cardinals can do that. They certainly have a shot. But the Eagles will certainly be Bills and Colts, Eagles and Cardinals here in year 2 of the Lsufl. Here you see your final stat line. Saints only carried for 50 yards in this game. It was a clean game. Neither side turned it over. Both teams were successful in all their fourth down opportunities. 6 penalties for the Saints, which in Madden penalty count, that's a high amount of penalties. Usually, 2 and 4 penalties a game. Roughly, in Madden possession, pretty much even. There you see your scoring summary. 2 second quarter touchdowns are big. That Ernie Jones touchdown reception was a big one. That was a terrific play there. The J.T. Smith 16-yard catch from Hart with 7:09 left was the final dagger in this one to the Saints. Your stats, check out Brees, 26 of 44 for 332 and a touchdown, no interceptions. That stat line a bit inflated as the game went on in the second half. Jim Hart, 22 of 39, 312, 4 touchdowns. Can't ask for more out of Jim Hart if you're the Cardinals. 21 for 116 for Ottis Anderson. George Rogers led the way for the Saints, 15 for 40. Again, terrific job by the Cardinals defense bottling him up. DeVary Henderson, 8 for 161 and a touchdown, a 60-yard touchdown. For him, Ricky Prohl led the Cardinals receivers, 7 for 99. J.T. Smith had the 2 touchdown receptions for the Cardinals as well. So that'll wrap it up. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Check in tomorrow night, the Stuff of Legends podcast, 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday night. Again, a roughly half-hour podcast. Going well so far. We will go across the universe. We'll recap all the playoff games quickly, set up next week's championship game matchups, and we will also recap the regular season of the Legend Sports Universe Basketball Association, wrapping up year 2 as we head to the playoffs, which will be coming to you here on the channel. So hopefully you will tune in for that. We will also have the Under Construction segment will return, as we'll have an update on the status of the Legend Sports Universe Hockey League dropping the puck in the not-too-distant future. And we will also take a look at our Drama in Real Life segment, which we will be trying to do every episode. Until next time, bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Cardinals are heading to Philly for the NFC Championship game with a 31-17 win over the Saints.